Hi Pisces, welcome to your August 2018 forecast. So, I've been losing my voice in all of these videos, so I probably sound a little bit deep, but I'm trying to keep the register up here. So we have a lot of Leo energy in the sky this month. We have the sun, we have the new moon in Leo, of course, solar eclipse in Leo, we have Mercury, planet of communications, doing that little retrograde thing it does every so often to shake us up and irritate us. If you have a natal Mercury in retrograde, you won't notice this, but it's causing a lot of friction for people. Now, this is interesting because for you guys, Leo is the 6th house, so it's your house of health. It's your house of your day-to-day work, your day-to-day routines. How you're looking after your body, how you're looking after your mentality, how you're looking after, your environment and things like that. It's very much to do with the practical measures that we take in life. To have Mercury retrograding there means that in terms of your day-to-day work, in terms of your day-to-day health, you may be finding you're not progressing as quick as you'd like to, or you're feeling like you're not making much headway. You may also find that you get like colds here and there, or you're feeling a little bit run down, less energetic. With Mars retrograding through your 12th house, Mars is the planet of action, and when it's in your 12th house, it's your subconscious. So you may be unearthing a few things physically. There's this thing called spiritual flu, so if you're getting a flu or you're feeling flu-like symptoms, but it's not necessarily full-blown, it can be spiritual flu, whereby the body tries to get rid of negativity that's been building up over time, particularly if it's stuff in your subconscious that you've not addressed yet. So it's not the month to be going, full throttle in the gym. It's not the month to be pressuring yourself to lose 2 stone or something like that. It's more to do about what's going on in here and really cleansing the mind, really getting, meditate, feeling your inner peace, because if you're not breathing during when there's that many retrogrades in the sky, you're going to be feeling a little bit out of sorts, okay? So breathe is the most important thing. Venus has been going through your 7th house of Virgo, and it moves into Libra, into the 8th house. So things might be hotting up a little bit in the romantic sector. The 8th house energy is very intense. It can rule as well inheritances, other people's money, wills, that type of thing. Is it's the planet of love. Venus does rule money to a certain extent. It's all about aesthetics. Now is not the month to be having surgery. If it's cosmetic, if you have to have surgery to enhance your health, that's always a good thing. It's if you are thinking of something cosmetic, if you're thinking of drastically changing your appearance, I would see where you're coming from, mentality-wise. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. It's something that's always bothered you. Maybe it's something that's been bothering you since childhood. Think about it, but only think, okay? So if you're feeling a little bit insecure physically, it's not the month to start changing things on the outside. It's about changing things on the inside. Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, not the time to be doing drastic changes. It's not even the time to be getting a brand new hairstyle, to be honest. If you're thinking of, in frustration, if you're thinking of shaving your head, maybe leave it to September or never. But let's see what we've got going on for you guys, Pisces. Also, not to forget the biggest part of this month, there's going to be a full moon in your sign on the 26th. So, full moons are all about moments of clarity, having a eureka moment where you realize something that's been going on within your heart, something that's been going on within your soul, a need that you've not been fulfilling, a way of life that you've really wanted to try, something new you've really wanted to try. And a full moon in your sign can feel quite emotional. So you may be feeling towards the end of the month a little bit like everything's getting to you, particularly with the retrograde energy. You've been processing so much in the subconscious realm, in the, behind the scenes. Suddenly, with the full moon, you have this big illumination of energy, and it can feel very, very peculiar after a retrograde period and after a solar eclipse. As solar eclipse is in your 6th house, as I'm saying, the health and your mind are very linked this month. So let's see what else we've got going on for you guys, Pisces. We're starting off with the Chariot. So this is all about driving forward, but with the retrogrades, as I say, taking care, arriving early, um, being safe in your travels, feeling a level of control, but what's crossing you is the Emperor. So you're making your decisions very, very much with your heart over your head, because the Emperor is head over heart, so he's crossing you. I feel like you're making very emotional decisions. You may be trying to progress in business and not feeling like you're getting very far. You may be having some confusion in the workplace about what your role really is. There may be stepping on each other's toes in the workplace, particularly if you're dealing with a person in charge of you. They may be overloading you with things. So I'm already seeing because the Emperor is Mars, I feel like Mars retrograding through your 8th house, and it will be going into your, let's see, a mental blip at the moment. Sorry, your 12th house is going into your 11th house of friendships. Mercury retrograde has got to me already. I'm rising in Pisces, so I'm feeling this. As I said before, it's not the time to be starting brand new exercise regimes or taking on more projects. This is a time about maybe letting a project or two go. This is about time of releasing things. As it shifts from your 12th house into your house of socializing and the people around you, you're maybe going to be having one or two disagreements with the people around you, whether they're colleagues or whether they are friendships. You may be having friendships reconnections that you've not seen in a while, or you may be feeling a little bit like maybe one friendship that you've been going straight forward with, and I say like one or two, it could be a Cancerian person, may not be the person that you thought they were. You may find that they're a little bit domineering, a bit controlling, a bit bossy, a bit self-indulgent, a bit arrogant. There seems to be a person in your life that you may have to reflect on, okay? Particularly if they are affecting your mentality. If they're injecting a lot of negativity into your life, just be wary of that. Two of Pentacles is offering you a chance to find some balance. Although you do seem to be studying, a lot of you studying for exams or working on your CV, working on your skills and attributes, what you can put forward for financial gain. There may be considerations of how to invest your energy, whether you're investing your energy in the right places. There also seems to be a pretty decent period of, and I say pretty decent, this is a lot bigger than that, but I'm not going to hype it up until we've gone the whole way through. There seems to be a pretty nice surprise coming in, or something is reaching a positive completion. It may be to do with work. You may be very comfortable in the environment that you're in. You may finally have found where you want to live, where you want to raise children, where you want to spend the rest of your life if you're in that zone. If you're completely single, be mindful there may be somebody coming into the picture. It could be an earth sign. As also there is a Leo in the periphery. But this could be representing the Leo energy in the skies. As I said, there's the sun, there's the new moon, there's the solar eclipse, there's Mercury. There's a lot of Leo going on here. And another fire sign. And the Empress. Okay. So Pisces, some of you are concerned with motherhood. For some of you, you're considering whether or not what age you want to be when you have children. Maybe you're concerned about your own children. Maybe you want to fall pregnant and you've not fallen pregnant. There is, with the Empress, there's always that caution that if you don't want that right now, be extra careful, because she can oftentimes bring in pregnancy news. Now, in August, yes, Venus is going to be in Libra, but in September it'll move into Scorpio. And whenever Venus is in a stellar water sign for you, it can indicate a pregnancy. So if you're not looking down that arena, maybe be careful there. But I do feel for a lot of you, there's an opportunity here for a very loving family moment. So maybe some of you are going to a wedding or you're spending time at home. But there seems to be something really positive coming up for you guys. And I think it's a lot to do with this solar eclipse in your house of health. So let me see. something you've been working towards, because the Eight of Pentacles is about working towards something. You're going to have very, very exciting news. Very exciting news. It's going to be the end of one cycle, but in a positive sense. So maybe you get your dream job. Maybe you find you are relocating somewhere that you've really wanted to go. Maybe your visa's approved. Maybe someone unexpectedly calls you and offers you an opportunity that you've always wanted, that you've waited for a long time. You've been feeling the delays, and everyone has with these retrogrades, but you in particular may have been experiencing some deja vu. So mental deja vu is when you go through a moment and you think you've experienced it before. You may be having conversations with people and you're thinking, I swear I had this the other week. And I do, as I say, I do feel like there was a friendship or relationship, at least, that was built on shaky foundations. I am feeling a Cancer or an Aries energy, but something that had to crumble. There's been a recent disappointment after a period of delay that you thought would ease. And it may have been built on false illusions. You may have been dealing with someone who wore a mask, someone who was very hard work, someone that made you feel quite drained, putting in a lot of effort when you didn't know the whole facts. You didn't know the whole background, so there seems to have been a tower moment here. And as I said, the lack of progress is coming through very strongly here, but the Fool offers you a new journey and a new beginning and a new spark with the Ace of Wands. So, this is romantic. Okay, so this Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups is a romantic offer coming in. I'm seeing like a love at first sight, or a brand new person entering the picture, or a romantic proposal for those of you that are already committed. I do see a person entering in with romantic energy. It could be younger than you. It doesn't have to be with the Page. It just represents a love offer. With the Ten of Cups, it's pretty smooth. They're pretty smooth. It's a pretty nice offer. You're no longer in this funk of disappointment for what fell apart. I think you're recovering pretty quickly from the Tower moment, whatever that may be. And interestingly for Scorpio, there was a moment with a fire sign that was too little too late, and you're having the same moment, but I feel a little bit like it's a Leo. I think some of you are having a what was I thinking moment, or they're offering you something and you're just like, why was I taking this to begin with? I think there's been a Leo here that's been a little bit funky, and I'm not sure you're so keen on this person anymore. You're socializing. The friends that are going well with you, there's a lot of opportunities there for social events, social gatherings. You seem to have a lot of nice people around you. And for a lot of you, you're moving from one chapter into another. You're moving from a chapter of a very dry summer into a very abundant harvest, is what I'm seeing here. I think there has been a lot of delays, and I believe this is from the full moon. Mercury goes retrograde on the 20th. Going forward from that, you're going to be moving from, well, with threes, there could be multiple offers of people. There could be loads of people you're dating. Maybe you've dated people that date very casually. You're moving forward to a new position, and I'm wondering what the third card will be to indicate where this person's going. But there seems to be a romantic offer coming in and then a move. Now, there could be an air sign in the equation. It could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. But you're definitely moving, and it's a swift change towards the end of the month. I'm thinking about the Empress. She is that Venus energy. Venus in Libra is going to be significant for you, and as a Pisces, that is 8th house energy. So 8th house is Scorpio. Maybe you meet a Scorpio, or maybe you progress romantically with a Scorpio, or 8th house. The 1-8 vibration, as Linda Goodman puts it in Love Signs, is the connection between you and a sign, 8 signs from you. As a Pisces, I think that is Libra. And sometimes between Pisces and Libra, you can have this very intense soulmate connection, which is quite an unusual pairing, but when you think about it, a Libra person is very romantic and very elegant and loves the finer things. And a Pisces is very like that too, but with a more spiritual edge. You may be dealing with a Libra. You may be dealing with a real soul, like a real surge of emotion that you've not felt for somebody in quite a while, is where I'm going with this. I do feel like this is brand new as well for a lot of you. So if you're single and you've been feeling kind of out in the cold and like your dating life has been a bit barren, I feel like you're going to have a real injection of something special. The High Priestess and the Moon in the background suggests that you do have a very strong intuition. You knew what was going on, and you knew something wasn't going to work, and you've done the research, you've looked for answers, and then a love proposal comes in. And this is a very strong connection. This is very intense. There's a good degree of flirty banter with this person. It may be the type, they might have the type of humor where they make fun of you because they like you. You know, very playground material type person. Someone that's possibly a little bit immature with how they flirt with you, how they engage with you. Or it may be that you're finally reaching a moment of love after a period of fighting with somebody if this was a partner. Okay? It may also be indicative of people fighting for your attention. The World card here. I'm seeing, for some of you that are looking to travel, there may have been a disappointment in terms of an opportunity that was presented, but there's another one right up the bat, and you're maybe thinking it's the lesser opportunity, but it's not. It comes up with the Five of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, which is a message about work. Some of you may be traveling for work. Some of you may be receiving news about an offer. And as I say, there may be a rejection before there is progression. There was a Leo person for sure, or they could be Moon or Rising in Leo, or someone you met around this time last year who was very much telling you one truth and two lies, or had illusions, or had something going on in the background, possibly with somebody else. And I do feel like there is a chance of too little too late here for you, where you're thinking, I don't want this anymore, because the fates are starting to change. Now the onus is on you not to give up and just to keep going. As I say, be wary of Mars energy, where you're feeling this push and pull, and you're feeling very, you're not as energetic, and you may be wary about whether or not this attraction feels built slowly on aesthetics. You may be worried that there's not much to this but a physical connection. Some of you may just be looking for a physical connection, but I do feel like you're moving from a period of feeling like there's not many options to feeling like you actually have a lot more self-confidence. You're going through a confidence building journey. The Empress here is you, okay? This is your energy. Getting all dressed up and getting excited. The Empress is a very hard energy to ignore. It's the major arcana with these two. And this is a progression from one phase to another, where you're feeling like, yeah, maybe you're not sure if something can work with a person. Maybe you've had one final disappointment and you're not really sure you want to take on board this offer that's coming through. But there is a romantic offer, and I feel very strongly like it's either from a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I'm going to draw one more clarifying card for the outcome, because the Nine of Wands is, in its simplest form, don't give up on what it is that you're hoping for. I think what you're hoping for gets offered to you, and it may be a soulmate. I'm hesitant to say it because it's the Six of Cups, but it could be a reconciliation of sorts. I'm reading this more as, I think with the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups, there's a real potential for love here. Someone that you meet, there's a real potential you might very much fall for this person, and you're scared of doing so. Why though? I think this is you moving forward with somebody. I also think some of you are taking a voyage overseas, or some of you may be holding out for news about traveling. With the Mercury retrograde period, you may be experiencing a lot of delays and a lot of frustrations. Breathe and don't give up on the idea until September, because you may not be seeing real progression until September. There may be delays until then. Similarly, if you're meeting somebody and you want to scope them out before you commit to them or whatever, again, leaving it towards the end of August could be a good idea, because with the retrograde energy, as I said, it can be a little bit like pushing a boulder up a hill, and then you get this initial spark and it's maybe not moving as quickly as you hoped it would, and you're worried it's all a physical attraction, but it's not. It's just the way it's presenting itself right now. Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, Neptune's retrograde in your ruler. So it's pulling you back, and it's pulling the people around you back. So I think there seems to be a pretty significant love relationship coming in, and they very much look like your type, but this is something that can actually grow, and you can actually progress into the next phase. I feel some of you are going into August single and coming out coupled. Yeah, I'm seeing a pretty significant relationship going on here. Keep the faith. Keep the faith as you move through this retrograde period. It is going to be a significant month for you, Pisces. And whenever the Sun enters Virgo on the 24th, you're going to be feeling a lot more romantic energy, as it is. Once that's there, once the full moon is in your sign, you're going to be seeing the progressions that you've been hoping for. The beginning of the month, maybe not so much. Go easy on yourself. Don't push your body too hard, and I'll see you in September.